Martin Bar.
Friday, August the 18th.
We're on the train.
Which we only just made.
Yeah.
Feeling slightly dishevelled.
We do have tea though.
Coffee. We're only on one train today, except we're going to split our journey, so we're on 2 trains today. We only have to do one bit of line from Perth
to Inverness.
And that's it.
All the stations. How many?
Not many left now. It's quite a big step down.
That is a big step.
It's Dunkeld. It's a really old station with really low platforms, and the step up is too high to have a ramp, so if you're a step-free user you can't get off at Dunkeld. Do you realise we're only doing 8 stations today?
Just 8? That's lucky, dear.
So we should probably, for everyone that's ever said that we haven't taken a bit of video at every station, today is a video where we can easily have a bit of video at every station.
Yeah.
Because we're only doing 8 stations. In other good news, down there,
trolley.
There's a trolley, because we haven't had breakfast yet.
Next station will be Penultimate. If you look towards the first train, the platform at Penultimate station will be on your left.
No, I had some interesting facts about Pitlockery. I've got no signal and no Wi-Fi, and I can't get my spreadsheet out.
I have memories of Pitlockery because when at Carew I was waffling on about coming through on my driving holidays to Scotland. One of the places I stopped at Pitlockery, and all I can remember at Pitlockery is going, oh, there's a railway station. But I wasn't allowed to go and look at the railway station because I had to go and look at the salmon ladder instead. So at Pitlockery there's a salmon ladder where the salmon go upstream. That's all oh, and there's a power station. I think there's a hydroelectric power station. Oh, that's what it is. Sorry.
So now you're just taking facts off of the spreadsheet.
Hang on, so that's what it is. There's a power station, but part of the power station with the water
salmon.
is part. The salmon ladder is part. That's what it is. Sorry, this is like 27 years ago. Did you know that? Is that on your spreadsheet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there.
You're just stealing my fact.
Like back in 1990.
That is the most impressive little train we've seen so far. I also had facts about Blair Athol, but I cannot access them. We'll catch you up maybe when we get some Wi-Fi.
This is the Cairngorms National Park. I like how the railway follows the same path as it would as like the river, and then the road. Sort of the A9's over there, the river's over there. But our lovely conductor David is just off camera to your left, is just over there. That's telling us that actually the highest point is not Carew, but is actually here.
See the sign?
Surely it's that's the highest point on the railway, but Carew is the highest station. Surely that's what it is.
Yeah.
We are now approaching Doheny. This is Doheny. This train is for Inverness. Next stop is Inverness.
It's raining.
That old signal box is not an old signal box. It's a new holiday cottage which they built to make it look like a signal box. That might be the first hand-painted. What do we call it? The bars and arrows. We're calling it the bars and arrows.
I think didn't you call it the double arrows?
The double arrows. It's made of wood. So we're at Aviemore. We were always going to stop somewhere along this line. We could have stopped at Penultimate. We thought we'd stop at Aviemore because I'm going to get it right. There's the Strathspey Steam Railway. You remember when we came through Forres yesterday on Inverness down to Aberdeen? This railway here would have gone up to Forres. And Vicky's off in the distance chatting to a lovely gentleman who we're going to catch up with. And I can see the steam engine. Excellent. I've been relegated to you know, steerage. I'm in with the plebs. I say that because Vicky is up front on the footplate. To get noisy because they've now let me off into the footplate as well. Oh, it's downhill apparently. Oh, because up to Donkeld Garden, that was the summit. Yeah. And now they were just at the coast. Not quite, but okay. I want to shake this gentleman's hand to say thank you, but look, can we see the state of your hand, sir?
Cleaned that.
That's not clean! Okay, thank you, sir.
We're at the Strathspey Railway and I'm talking to the wonderful Doug. Hello there, Doug.
Hi.
Thanks for having us on the railway
Hi,
today.
very welcome.
You're a volunteer on the railway.
Yes.
So first of all, just tell us a little bit about the railway itself.
Well, Dr. Beechin shut the line in October 1965, but thanks to some very far-sighted people, we formed the Strathspey Railway Company. I wasn't involved with that, but the people who formed the Strathspey Railway Company had the vision to reopen the closed line between Aviemore and Granton and Spey. We bought the line in 1971. It took us 7 years to restore it to a runnable condition. And since 1978, we've operated a public service on the railway using steam locomotives and vehicles of this type every year since then, and we intend to keep doing that far into the future. We run the railway mainly with volunteers, but because we're running 7 days a week in the high season, we need to have full-time staff too. We need to have full-time staff to operate the railway and also to maintain it. We like the volunteers to do the glamorous and the enjoyable bits, which is running the trains, but we need people who have the skills and the competence to maintain both the railway and the locomotives and the carriages and wagons.
So if people think, that sounds good, I'd like to be involved in that, I'd like to be part of that history and to volunteer and come and help out, how can they do that?
They can do that very easily. We try and make it pretty straightforward. The Strathspey Railway Company website, www.strathspeyrailway.co.uk, gives you all the information that's needed in these online days. For people who don't use computers and don't go online, then our timetable leaflet contains all the information that's required. You look at people all talking to each other, they all seem to know each other. It can be quite daunting to think, as a newcomer, how will I fit into that? People don't need to worry about that. We're all absolutely delighted to get more people who want to come and join us, and we really need them.
Made it to Carrbridge, but the nice Neil gave us a lift. Basically, after we went to the railway at Aviemore, Neil said, well, why don't I drive you to Carrbridge, which is the next stop up the line. It's the one in between here and Inverness. We can just go one stop north, and it also means we actually get on the train at Carrbridge. But what's happened here, rather interestingly, is that although there's two platforms and a footbridge, Neil was saying that they do normally actually just run both trains in on this platform, because if somebody wants step-free access, the northbound train and southbound trains both use the platform 2 on this side. You can see in the distance there, it just goes back to being a single track again. And what's interesting is that the southbound train, the 1325 to Edinburgh, is actually delayed, and it's not even saying where it is. And so, what might happen, what Neil said was, he said go and stand on the footbridge because they might actually cross the trains here. So the delayed southbound one might come through on platform 2 and we need to be on platform 1. He's coming in on this side, not that side, this side.
Thank you.
And that's the last train of the day to Inverness. And the final day is tomorrow. Bye.
I need the spreadsheet for the precise wording, but the gentleman who pioneered radar and his wife, who headed up
Mrs. Radar.
Mrs. Radar, who headed up the WAF, the Women's Auxiliary Air Force, during the Second World War. At one point, they lived in Pitlochry and they're buried in the
Did you call it Pitlockery?
Oh, what am I supposed to call it?
Pitlockery.
That's what I said.
I thought you said Pitlockery.
That's what you said. How do you say it?
I'm really not one. I really shouldn't be criticising people's pronunciation, should I?
It is Pitlochry. What is it? What is it?